everyone. My name is Renier Wessels and I'm a chartered accountant and a technologist. Today I'd like to talk about my journey of becoming a technologist and what that meant for my career as a CA thus far. I would also like to highlight my thoughts around the future of the profession and where we're headed over the next few years. Firstly, you might ask, what is a technologist? A technologist can refer to someone with a knack for employing different technologies in different situations in order to solve complex problems. In finance, that means that a technologist would be someone that can create or utilize software in order to streamline, automate, transform, and visualize data flows and reporting. In matric, when I had to decide what to study, I was leaning towards studying programming and multimedia because IT was my best subject at the time. And I had a knack for creative design thinking. I got the unique opportunity to receive a bursary with PwC, with whom I eventually signed. I had decided that becoming a CA, who eventually combined my design thinking and development skills later on in my career, would be of way more benefit or value to me and my future employer than becoming a developer first. And I wasn't wrong. I did my articles with PwC, went on a secondment to New York City, and then became an audit manager. But at the back of all of this, I kept on upskilling and teaching myself how to program in VBA, JavaScript, Python, and other languages. I learned how to transform and analyze data with the likes of SQL and Alteryx. And I learned how to visualize data in Excel and Power BI, among others. Little did I know that my idea of combining technology, design, and development with my CA qualification would be something the profession would need a couple of years into the future. I had partially predicted the fourth industrial revolution all along. The fourth industrial revolution is characterized by the fusion of the digital, biological, and physical worlds, as well as the growing utilization of new technologies such as artificial intelligence, cloud computing, robotics, 3D printing, the Internet of Things, and advanced wireless technologies, among others. This has ushered in an era of economic disruption with uncertain socio-economic consequences for Africa. Professional services firms have been hard at work the past few years in preparing for the fourth industrial revolution, with upskilling, digital fitness, digital enablement, citizen-led innovation, and digital transformation at the core of their strategies. Somewhere the profession noticed that it needs to catch up and align itself with where business is headed from a technology perspective. SAICA has also employed the CA 2025 program with the same objective, to prepare the future of our profession for the challenges of the business world they will be faced with in a few years. The future I see does not involve robots taking our jobs, but rather augmenting our human intelligence. In a recent article in the Harvard Business Review, David de Kremer and Gary Kasparov, yes, the chess grandmaster, wrote about exactly this point. They wrote, "The question of whether AI will replace human workers assumes that AI and humans have the same qualities and abilities, but in reality they don't. AI-based machines are fast, more accurate, and consistently rational. But they aren't intuitive, emotional, or culturally sensitive. And it's exactly these abilities that humans possess which makes us effective." Kurt Leonard, a famous futurist, speaker, and author, supports this sentiment. Kurt talks about change coming exponentially, with a talk called Change Squared. And he notes that the future is already here. We always think about the future as something that's far away or that's science fiction, but in actual fact, we're living it. We live in a time where almost everything happens in an instant, where technology and data are far surpassing what we as humans can digest, utilize, or visualize, where everything is equally excellent and where performance is reaching perfection. Gerd states that there's only one space left where we can truly innovate, and that space is yourself. The business world, including our profession, is being fueled by digitization, mobilization, augmentation, and automation. The way we work will never be the same, and the skills we need will be dramatically different. Robots won't take our jobs, but our jobs will dramatically differ from what we do now in a few years. Anything that cannot be digitized or automated will become extremely valuable. Human-only traits such as creativity, imagination, intuition, emotion, and ethics will be even more important in the future because machines are very good at simulating, but not at being. In the end, it comes down to our response to this exponentially changing world. How can you discover new opportunities in one of the most transformational times in human history? The answer to me lies in distinguishing yourself from the pack. A couple of years ago, someone might have urged you not to become a specialist in anything, but to be a generalist. But in our profession, a generalist might not be agile and resilient to the fast-paced change that is occurring in business. The answer lies in finding your niche within your profession and selling your human-only traits on the front end and utilizing technology on the back end to assist you in being more accurate, more effective and efficient, more marketable, and delivering quality results in an instant. Data is also growing exponentially. Us as humans generate more than 1.7 megabytes of data every second of every day. 463 exabytes of data will be generated each day by humans as of 2025. An exabyte is equal to 1 billion gigabytes. Data is growing at a 40% compound annual rate. Over the last few years, 90% of the world's data was generated. How much of this data do you reckon we digest, utilize, or visualize? The market is starving for fast data, not big data. Fast data is nested in the art of utilizing the applicable high-quality data at our disposal and providing quick insights into the story it tells. In actual fact, we are transforming data into information. This creates huge opportunities in the market where data is seen as the oil of the 21st century. I believe that most professionals in the future should be data wranglers. Gone are the days where finance need to ask IT for reports and dashboards because we can only utilize basic Excel functions and formulas. I believe that the future finance professional needs to have a technologist skill set and should be able to script in SQL, transform data in Power Query or Alteryx, and visualize it in Tableau or Power BI. This is how we make data work for us and how we commercialize data. And then the cherry on top is our expertise, intuition, and sound judgment, i.e. our human traits, that we use to present it to our clients and tell their data story in layman's terms. This brings me to the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report of October 2020. In this report, they estimate that by 2025, 85 million jobs may be displaced by a shift in the division of labor between humans and machines, while 97 million new roles may emerge that are more adapted to the new division of labor between humans, machines, and algorithms. Automation in tandem with COVID-19 recession is creating a double disruption scenario for workers, and although the number of jobs destroyed will be surpassed by the number of jobs of tomorrow created, in contrast to previous years, job creation is slowing while job destruction accelerates. The top skills and skill groups which employers see as rising in prominence in the lead up to 2025 include groups such as critical thinking and analysis, as well as problem solving, and skills in self-management such as active learning, resilience, stress tolerance, and flexibility. On average, companies estimate that around 40% of workers will require reskilling of 6 months or less, and 94% of business leaders report that they expect employees to pick up new skills on the job, a sharp uptake from 65% in 2018. The top 3 planned business adaptation strategies being employed currently are acceleration of the digitization of work processes, providing more opportunities to work remotely, and acceleration of automation of tasks. The financial services and insurance industries have proven to be one of the more resilient industries with this new normal we are faced with. The top technologies said to be adopted by businesses by 2025 are cloud computing, big data analytics, Internet of Things and connected devices, encryption and cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence, including machine learning and natural language processing. All these technologies have a place in financial services, and chartered accountants can play a key role in the creation, adoption, management, governance, accounting, and auditing of these technologies internally as well as at their clients. The only way that we can participate in the race is by entering in it and preparing for it. And the first step in preparing lies in upskilling ourselves and our employees. It's only with reskilling and upskilling that we can move into these roles in the future. In the Future of Jobs report, the top emerging roles in demand are data scientists and analysts, AI and machine learning specialists, big data specialists, digital marketing and strategy specialists, process automation specialists, business development professionals, and digital transformation specialists. Among the top roles in decreasing demand are data entry clerks, accounting, bookkeeping, and payroll clerks, accountants, and auditors. So to bring this all together, what does this mean for the future of the CA profession? The future sees digital accelerators supporting teams on engagements in the field with data automation, transformation, and visualization. Cloud computing will be at the center of it all, with data storage, processing, and delivery models all done online. This means our devices would need less processing power because the cloud is where the magic happens. Containerized, micro-based web apps will be all the buzz. Digital labs will pave the way for a new branch of powerful yet responsible citizen-led innovation and digital transformation. A hybrid CA will be a hot commodity in the future. Being able to couple your human-only traits, problem-solving skills, your knack for business and finance, and your wealth of knowledge obtained with technology will be a necessary but powerful combination in business and future. Where can you start, you might ask? Well, anyone in finance starts with Excel. Notboring.co recently hosted an article called Excel Never Dies and stated that Excel may be the most influential software ever built. It is a canonical example of Steve Jobs' bicycle of the mind, endowing its users with computational superpowers normally reserved for professional software engineers. Armed with those superpowers, users can create fully functional software programs in the form of humble spreadsheets to solve problems in a seemingly limitless number of domains. These programs often serve as high-fidelity prototypes of domain-specific applications, just begging to be brought to market in a more polished form. And become a master of Excel first. Excel is the key tool in all finance personnel's utility belt. It's used daily in most cases, and if you can't wrangle in pivot tables, data tables, Power Query and Power Pivot, X and V lookups, array formulas, lambda functions, you are not a master yet. Then again, I don't believe that everyone should be data scientists and programmers in the future. There will still be a need for specialists in taxation, for instance. Taxation is way too intricate to completely automate, and the human intuition and intervention will always be needed for those truly intricate cases. Same goes for financial management. A robot should never have to decide or make the call on what's material or whether to buy or lease, for instance. Human traits like experience, intuition, sound judgment, I believe, cannot be imitated or automated. The same goes for the auditing profession. It would not hurt for finance professionals in the future to be able to script and transform data in SQL or a tool like Alteryx, or even wrangle data in Python, and then being able to visualize the data on interactive dashboards with Power BI or Tableau. With platforms like YouTube, Udemy, Coursera, Udacity, and EDX, it's easier than ever to obtain micro degrees in these skill sets and technologies of the future. The sky is the limit, and the opportunities are endless. It's up to you to decide where you find your niche. Just remember to be agile, be resilient, keep on learning, and don't stagnate. Make yourself irreplaceable and marketable. And always remember to keep quality at the heart of your work product and keep on adding value, because that's where you will receive true value in return. Thank you.